How's it going, Guardians? Shifty here, and this week I've put out a video for a solo run of the Grandmaster Lake of Shadows on a Warlock and a Titan. So it wouldn't feel great if I left out Hunters. So that's why today's video is going to be a solo run of the Lake of Shadows GM on a Hunter. Also, in each video I like to change up my loadout just a little bit, so in this one I'm going to be running Forerunner. Now before I get into the rest of my loadout, if you end up enjoying the video, make sure to hit that like button, and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe as well. Alright, so I'm obviously on a Hunter and I'm going to be running Bottom Tree Nightstalker, and for my exotic I have Omnioculus. As for my weapons, I of course have Forerunner in my kinetic slot, and I'm going to be using this to stun unstoppable champions and to do a bit of damage. In my energy slot I have Wolftone Draw, and I'm going to be using this for overload champions. And lastly, for my heavy weapon I'm running Corsair's Wrath. Then for my armor mods, I'll just quickly show you each piece of armor, and if you need to see anything in more detail, just pause the video. And that is it for my loadout here. I will be including live commentary, and there will be timestamps if you want to skip to a particular part of the strike. With that said, let's get into it. Alright, time to make my way through the public area to begin. Then at this first Blight, I want to prioritize the enemies off to the left here, the two Centurions primarily. Make sure I take out the Centurion orbs, of course. I'm gonna back away here, kind of getting attacked by multiple enemies at a time. The Centurion is causing me the most problems here. Alright, now I want to try to lure out at least one of these enemies from inside the Blight. Looks like the Unstoppable took my bait. And now we just need the Unstoppable out once more. And now I'm going to go ahead and finish it. Alright, I want to take out this Hobgoblin right up here first. As you can see, there is an Overload Champion there, but there's going to be a taken Hobgoblin off to the right. I'm going to go for that first. And I missed two of the linear fusion rifle shots, which isn't ideal. The champion's down, but there's going to be another taken Hobgoblin here. Make sure everything's reloaded. I believe the unstoppables are coming. And I should be able to finish this one. And that worked out pretty well. While I wait for that second unstoppable to make its way over here, I decided to go ahead and take out a couple of the hobgoblins. That was an easy finish as well. So I'm going to scoot around the left side here, stand by these vehicles but not too close, and I'm going to go for this overload champion. 3 linear fusion rifle shots and then back to the bow to prevent healing. And now back to the second blight to take this out. And for this large group of enemies over here, I'm going to go ahead and toss a grenade and see what I can do with that. And then I'm going to super. I was able to take out several of those enemies. And now it's time to go for the champions. See if I can lure one of those out here. We'll wait for another stun. I believe it's finishable. Nope. And that was a risky move on my part. Go for the next unstoppable. All right. Of course, want to focus on that taken fracture right away. All right, the fracture is down. There should be some scions left over here. And now I'm going to peek shoot the two taken hobgoblins. Hopefully I get some heavy ammo after this as well. Got a little bit of heavy ammo there. And a little bit more. Almost maxed out, actually. Alright, what I want to do down here is I want to try to break some shields. That went about as well as I could have hoped. Try to lure one of them into the tunnel a little bit more. Not being very cooperative here. I have to be careful here with my ammo. And I'm going to go ahead and finish this one. And I can go ahead and use the Magnum to finish that off. Go for the Vandal Sniper first. toss a grenade on those 2 phalanx right there. That Overload champion up top in the distance can't shoot you from here. So you should be free to take out most of these enemies without much of a problem. I know there's still some scions left over here. There we go. Next order of business is this Overload champion, the one that can't shoot me. I can save my ammo and stay safe. It's going to take a little bit of extra time, but I can just spam it with my bow like this. If you do have ammo to spare, you can go ahead and try to use your linear fusion rifle, or if you're using the Magnum, you can try that as well. I'm going to try to conserve some of that ammo. Then I'm going to go for these 3 sniping vandals way off in the distance. Might as well take out some of these scions as well. Alright, now I feel comfortable moving up so I can take out that second Overload champion. Perhaps I should deal with some of these scions yet. But I'm just going to go ahead and peek shoot this Overload right over the edge of this platform. See if I can get that grenade over there. That was actually a pretty solid grenade. Now I do have a scion beneath me that's harassing me a little bit. Should be a couple of scions left in here. Of course they're going to multiply, which is always annoying. I'm actually going to try to take that out next. Unfortunately, it moved on me. So I'm going to move on to this Unstoppable. And now the Overload shifted in front of it. You can still use peek shooting here a little bit. You just have to be careful because there's some ledges you can get stuck on and then you won't be able to get away from the snipe. I'm going to go ahead and finish this unstoppable now. You always want to pay attention to your ammo. I'm getting kind of low on heavy ammo, which is why I decided to go ahead and use my Magnum instead. And this enemy is almost down. Just like that, the boss is down and we can move on to the next area. Unfortunately, I only have 7 heavy shots right now, so I have to be careful still. There's a little bit of special ammo down here. Right here, I'm going to go for these Thrall first. Then I want to go for this Knight. Unfortunately, it was being shielded there. And that was a close call. And that was a very close call. So I'm going to wait patiently. There's not much I can do when it's shooting in the doorway like this. And it's still being shielded again. This situation's a bit unfortunate. I would have liked to take that Knight out immediately. So what I might opt to do instead is just rush out here like that. And I'm going to try to take out some of these goblins. It looks like we'll do that again. Alright, now I'm going to try to take this Knight out. Alright, that Knight's down. Unfortunately for me, I know there's another one that's going to be right over here. And I completely messed up my grenade there. I also think there may be another goblin. There is indeed. So that goblin is down. And this may have been a poor decision on my part. While that Overload Champion's stunned, I'm going to go ahead and try to take out this Knight. Knight is down. I'm going to wait till the fire around me dissipates. And now I'm going to go for that Overload. So I'm going to peek shoot out the right side of the pillar until it comes down the stairs. Then I'm going to try to peek shoot out of the left side here. It'll kind of make its way back up the stairs eventually. And then I'll start peek shooting off the right side again. Alright. As soon as I get up here, there's going to be another solar shielded knight. Of course, it's being shielded right now. I took the goblin out so it stopped being shielded. Knight's down. I know there's one more goblin over there. The wizard is down. The shadow thrall are down. Now I can make my way to the next area. See if that lured out the overload that's up here. Not quite. My grenade got shot midair there. Is that enough to lure the overload out? Still no. There we go. And of course it's going to go and hide. Now let's see where this next overload champion is. It's actually in the good spot. I prefer this spot over here because you can stand up here and just kind of peek around this corner, just like this. And there's going to be one more overload champion up here. And now just to take this knight out, it'll come out of the blight. And I'll be able to take it out. Wait for the fire to go away. Head on down. Okay. There we go. And if you saw my Titan and Warlock video, I'm going to attempt to get into the same cheese spot, but on my Hunter. We'll see how well this goes. I'm not very good at doing this cheese spot on a Hunter. Alright, and now we're into the boss fight. So we're going to see how this goes. So what I'm going to do here, there's going to be a knight right below me. I'm going to try to take that out immediately. So it didn't quite die there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop up and finish it off. So there may be one other knight I have to worry about here in just a little bit. But I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. So the boss obviously can hit you up here, so you want to be careful for that. So this is where that second knight may end up spawning. What I'm going to do is use a smoke, a scout. Doesn't always happen. There it is though. If you hear it using its fire, you definitely want to get away from that. So that should be the last enemy we actually have to worry about here. Now I'm going to go ahead and try to use my super. So that didn't work out too bad. So I did mention this in one of my other videos that sometimes you do end up getting a third knight. I've had that happen before, so just be aware that that can potentially happen up here. Most of the time I only have those two knights, but every once in a while I have had a third. See if I get any ammo off that. Or that. No ammo. I did get some off that though. Once I get closer to the end here, I will use up the rest of my heavy ammo. That should be a group of goblins. That's what I thought. Oftentimes they end up shielding each other and not the boss, which is a good thing. There's some more heavy ammo. And I'm going to go ahead and try to finish it off here. And there we are, the boss is down, and that is a solo completion of the Grandmaster Lake of Shadows Nightfall on a Hunter. Surprisingly, the Magnum ended up being pretty fun to use in this. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did, remember to like and subscribe. I just want to thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.